Hello, beautifuls. You're watching Ink with Fink. Haley Fink here. Today, I'm so excited to be playing with the May 2023 Paper Pumpkin. Look at this box even. So much fun, but this is definitely going to challenge me. So let me tell you what's in this kit before we get started here. It's very important to know the coordinating colors. Those are Boho Blue, Copper Clay, Daffodil Delight, Moody Mauve, which is my favorite, Mossy Meadow, Pebbled Path, and Wild Wheat. So I'm definitely going to be using those colored paper pieces because I need some color here today, which brings me to my next point. If you do not have the 2023 to 2025 in color 12 by 12 paper, you need to go buy it. How about from me? Because I'm going to be using these as my background pages. For my last 4 pages, I used Whisper White, but this time I'm definitely feeling like I need some color, so go buy these. The other thing in addition to this kit that you're going to need are these gorgeous little things. The 2023 to 2025 in color dots. Look at them, love them. Yep, definitely already used some. And the stylish shape dies go with this kit as well. These are so fun. You're going to use these for like so many different things other than just these pages too. But you know I'm going to use them because I love the detail. And this just helps things pop off the page. So definitely going to be using these as well. Again, go order them from me. So let's take a look at what's in the kit. Now this kit, you'll be able to make 9 beautiful cards with envelopes. That's not always the case. In one of my previous videos, I said, you're always gonna get stuff to make 9 cards. Not true. Rookie mistake. Sorry. Sometimes you'll get 9 cards, 9 envelopes, but not always. Sometimes there will be an additional project with, so you won't make 9 cards. But this time it is a 9 card, 9 envelope kit. So here are those gorgeous envelopes. Here's the first one. Here's the next one. Here's that Moody Mauve. One of my favorite colors. It was in my wedding. And here's that final one. So fun. Here are the beautiful card fronts that go with it. Here's this one with some buffalo in the back. Gorgeous lake by the mountain. Ooh, I'd love to be there right now. And wooded mountains. So cool. Now, I felt like this one was going to challenge me because I'm like, we don't have mountains in Wisconsin. What pictures am I going to put here? Now, my family is a family that hunts, so we go bear hunting, and I thought, it's so outdoorsy. Bear hunting pictures will be perfect for it. Now, don't worry, you will not be seeing any gory photos or scary photos in this video. Hunting for us is such a family tradition, and it's all about family and being together. So I'm like, those pictures would be perfect. But if you are not like an outdoorsy person, maybe let this kit inspire you to go somewhere that you usually wouldn't. Or if you've ever been to Yellowstone, which I've been there, but not with my kids yet, those would be perfect pictures for these pages. Now, in addition to those card fronts and envelopes, you also get some fun tags here. As you can see, I've already punched a couple out. They're on my pages. I had a little video whoopsie life, right? Here's some more really fun pages that, again, just punch right out. And right here, of course, they give you dimensionals, your glue dots, and some really cool like thin twine. Your ink spot with this kit is the Copper Clay ink spot. And then our lovely stamps. We have a compass, a coffee mug, a boot, and then some really fun sayings to go along with it. So that's what comes with the kit, and those are the add-ons that I'm going to be using that I know of right now. I kind of designed these on the fly. So love this. It is going to challenge me, but I am always up for a challenge. So let's see what I make. I'm going to get started with 2 pieces of 12 by 12 boho blue, and then I arrange my photos on the paper to see what it could look like. Then I used Mossy Meadow to create mats behind my 2 photos on this page. Those were 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 because my pictures are 4 by 6. I use adhesive glue to adhere those to the mats. And then I knew I wanted to use a whole entire card to be in the bottom left corner of this scrapbook page just to give it some really beautiful scenery, but I had to disguise the score line somehow, so I wrapped the twine around. Again, this is the whole card, not just a front. I didn't cut it in half, so I'm disguising that score line with this twine, and then I'm going to use just some regular Scotch tape to adhere it on the back here. You guys, look at how this turns out. I just love it. It's such a focal point on this page, and I had to find a creative way to use these beautiful scenery cards. Next, I grab a sentiment, cheers to another adventure, mount it on one of our blocks, and stamp it on one of these punch-out tags using the copper clay ink spot. Up next, I grabbed the 3.5-inch banner from the Stylish Shapes dies and die cut that on copper clay paper, along with the 2.5-inch circle on pebbled path. And then I grabbed the smallest circle and die cut a tiny little circle out of one of our card fronts. Look at how pretty that is together. Next, I wanted to add some more interest next to my picture, so I decided some more banners out of this same card front from before will add some interest there. So I die cut 2 of those and then used one of the white banners that comes with the kit. On the white banner, I write the date, which is actually the wrong date. I come back and fix it later, don't worry. And then I take the compass stamp that you get in the kit, mount it on the acrylic block, and use boho blue ink pad to just scatter those throughout my background to add, once again, a little more detail. I'm all about that detail. I thought this added a really pretty element. I use my adhesive glue to glue this whole entire card to the front of my page. I just, again, absolutely love how that turned out. Was super proud of that because I thought this was going to challenge me and I found a solution. Then I used dimensionals on the back of my photos to give them that little pop off the page. I just adore these photos, me with Val out in the woods, and then my grandma, my mom, and me and my kids. Love them. And then I use a dimensional just for the white banner part, but I use adhesive glue on the other 2 pieces, the pieces that we die cut out of that card front. So those are just glued down. The white one has dimensionals on it though. And then I add dimensionals to that sentiment saying down in the corner. And of course, my page would not be complete without those in color dots. I'm going to use the copper clay ones just as a nice accent. And I just put a couple up there by my banners. And then I also end up putting a couple down by my circles and my sentiment. For that, once again, perfect amount of detail. It's all about the love and time and effort you put in, right? I love scrapbooking. Made with love. I can't wait to have Valerie, my daughter, my son, even my husband likes looking at these, but I can't wait in years to come to look back at these, remember the dates, remember what we did. So happy. Page 1 complete, on to page 2. I start page 2 by cutting up my wallets. Here I had 4 different pictures that I thought I might want to use. I only end up using 3. I get my pictures printed at Walgreens, again, just in wallet form. Look at them. They're so cute. I love those little pictures. I use the 2.5-inch circle die to die cut my picture. And then I use a 3-inch circle die to cut out from a card front as a background for that picture. Then I cut 3 different Mossy Meadow backgrounds at 2 1/4 by 3 1/4 for my 3 little wallet photos. I used the adhesive glue to adhere those. Then I made a mat out of pebbled path for 2 of my big photos. Those photos are 4 by 6. So the pebbled path mats that I cut are 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. I love a 1/4-inch border. That's usually my go-to. And then I use the adhesive glue to adhere those once again. Time to jazz up this background page with that compass stamp in our boho blue ink pad again, just like I did for the first one. Just spreading those compasses out, angling them a little bit differently each time. And finally, I get all of my photos glued down here. I adhere my circular photo using adhesive glue to that background, but then I use dimensionals on the back of that just to have a little dimension when that picture is put on the page. It pops a little bit more off there. I use adhesive glue on my 3 wallets and get them down on the page. And then I added this little compass that comes with the kit using a dimensional as well, and decided to use my glue dots to get some twine in here. And I just wrapped that around like 3 times and then stuck it under there under the glue dot and cut it off. I use a dimensional on the back of the binoculars that come with the kit as well. These are just those punch outs that come with it, and add of course some in color dots as well because well, detail, right? Then I hop on my computer because it's time to do some journaling about our experience. I get that printed off and cut out. You know, based on how much you write, you'll have to cut it at a different dimension. So I just leave a small border on each of the ends. And then I mount it on copper clay using, again, about a 1/4 inch border. I adhere that using my adhesive glue, my go-to. Love that glue. It is amazing. And then I knew I wanted to have a banner type end to kind of match the banners on my other page. So I used a ruler to measure the middle, made a little mark with a pencil, cut this paper to about the length I wanted my banner to be. And then I end up using a scissors to cut from the corners to that little dot I made with the pencil, just to, again, match my previous page. It goes along with it. The banners that I have on my picture and down by my sentiment. So I thought this was another nice touch. I use my glue again to adhere it to the page. And then of course, have to add a couple more in color dots in the copper clay just around my banner here. And here's that page all done. Oh my gosh, I love how it turned out. The photos are the focus. Don't worry, I did go back and fix that date. I don't like my handwriting, so I loved this way better. Here they are all done, you guys. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I wasn't sure how I was going to do with this kit, but I love it. Go buy it from me.
Thanks for watching my mommy.